Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, and they call me the Miracle Man. Now, let's create that miracle, that transformation in your life right here, right now. No time to delay. So like and subscribe to this channel. I talk about getting rid of our head trash, which is all that stuff that creates anxiety, stress, depression, worries, the stories that we're not good enough, not deserving, the things that block abundance. This head trash needs to go. We need to throw it out, throw it away. All right, so what's coming to me to talk about today is really about kindness, gentleness toward ourselves. We seem to be clinging to the judgment, the criticism of ourselves that we're not good enough, we're not worthy, we're not deserving. All these stories that are very harsh to ourselves. And why do we do this? Because the mind, that's another flavor of the head trash. We constantly have society saying we do not measure up. And it really begins at grade school, you could say, when they actually start grading you, like you're a C student, you're an A student, you're a B student. All these kind of judgments we take as our identity, if you will, that I'm just average, I'm good, I'm all right. And we just need to let that go. Because to realize that somebody is grading you, it's based on their perception, their bias on how you answered the questions. And then they're also teaching you in a way that may not resonate with you, that everyone learns slightly differently. And if they're not teaching you a way that resonates with you, then you're not really going to score that high. So we need to let all that stuff go. That cannot define us, but yet we do define ourselves by that. But what's grade school have to do with adult? Because the mind snowballs. The littlest things just keeps adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. So what was the root to like the grades becomes a snowball and things add up. And we start building up all this head trash over the years as time goes on, more and more head trash. A big snowball effect. It's this little belief, this little belief, this little belief, this little belief. Starts adding up. So we just need to let all that go to realize it doesn't do us any good to beat ourselves up. Where you are right now is perfect. The mind's always judging you. How do you measure up? And so if you're doing something, it's saying, oh, you should do better than that. Oh, you should do better than that. And that's usually when the mind's forward and it looks back. But when you look back, you have to realize that's where my skill level was at that time. And as time progresses, the skill levels improve. Because we're always improving upon our abilities to make sense of this life, to do certain things a certain way. But it's really about relaxing, letting all that go, and realize the judgment, the criticism is not serving you. And what happens when you start this really strong judgment and strong criticism of yourself, you start to build a toxic environment within you. And I mentioned this before. Anyone who has, I never worked with someone with an autoimmune disease that has an absolute love of themselves. Let that sink in. I have never worked with anyone with an autoimmune disease that has an absolute love of themselves. Everyone that I work with that had an autoimmune disease has an element of self-judgment, of criticism, of not being good enough, not measuring up, not deserving. And all those kind of beliefs, even though they're beliefs, they become reality because they start creating certain chemicals within the body. And the immune system starts to break down and the body starts to attack itself. So you may be verbally attacking yourself, but that turns into a chemical attack and the body breaks down. And that's why you get these ailments, these diseases. And, autoimmune diseases. So once we take away the fuel for the autoimmune disease, the criticism, the judgment, take away that fuel, then your immune system will lift up. If you see the good in life, that, yes, I'm alive, I can do this. Yeah, this experience isn't that pleasant, but I know I have the power within me to change that direction. And that's what we have to realize, that we have the power within us to change that direction, to change the way forward. That destiny is not fixed. And I ran into somebody in some kind of group. Maybe they replied to a message or something. And no, it wasn't a live chat. I think it was a live chat. I was watching somebody's live and they were commenting. And I made a comment like, destiny isn't fixed. And they were adamant that destiny was fixed. If destiny was fixed, I would be in a wheelchair. But it isn't fixed because destiny is unfolding in each moment. Life is fluid. When you say destiny is fixed, you're saying life is static. There's nothing I can do to change the situation. And that's simply not true. That we can change the situation. We do have the power within us to turn things around. And it begins with not judging, not criticizing yourself, not judging, not criticizing another, making it a personal attack. And what did something Jesus said to me just came to me, basically love the person, hate the sin. I forget exactly what Jesus was talking about, but love the person, disagree with their action. That they're maybe they're not taking the right steps, especially with murder, crimes. They're completely up in here in the mind. So we just need to let all that stuff go and realize I'm perfect spirit. I'm doing my best. This is enough. Slow down, reflect, take that step. Take that step. Stop outside my comfort zone, but keep taking those steps. Keep pushing ahead, keep moving forward, that things can change, that I have the power to create my reality according to my needs. All right, that's all I feel like sharing today. That's all that's coming to me. It's just to relax. You have everything within you. You are perfect spirit. Smile, enjoy life to the best of your ability. Choose to be happy. That's really our choice. I can choose to be happy or sad. If you're really locked in to the story, the mental noise, the head trash, the inner dialogue, not being sad can be really a difficult chore because we're so locked into that. We have to come back like, where are my feet? Where are my hands? What am I seeing? What am I touching? And change things. You can change things. You have the power within you to change things. All right, let me know if you have any questions, any comments, and I can answer for you. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.